Parties arrived early at the magistrate court at Ado-Ekiti for the hearing in the criminal defamation charge filed by the police against Lagos-based lawyer and rights activist Dele Farotimi. Farotimi is alleged to have defamed renowned senior advocate Afe Babalola and his law office in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. Count 1 of the 16 counts in the charge says that Farotimi in his book, which was received and read all over the world, including in Ado-Ekiti, stated that Afe Babalola corrupted the Supreme Court to procure a fraudulent judgment in the service of his clients, an act which is likely to cause fear and alarm to the public peace and which is contrary to and punishable under Section 59(1) of the Criminal Code Act. The offense carries a punishment of imprisonment for 3 years. At around 9:50 a.m., Farotimi is driven into the court premises by operatives of the Rapid Response Squad of the Nigerian Police Force and the Nigerian Correctional Center and led straight into the courtroom. When the proceedings commenced, the police prosecutor Sam Osubu challenged the appearance of the defendant's lead counsel, senior advocate of Nigeria Adeyinka Olumide Fushika, before the magistrate court on the basis that a senior advocate should not appear in a lower court. He cited a recent judgment of the Court of Appeal, Oyo State. The senior advocate Olumide Fushika countered this submission by explaining that the Ekiti State Magistrate Law allowed lawyers, irrespective of their status and title, to appear in the court. He asked the court to reject the arguments of the prosecution, noting that the appeal court decision cited might not have put into consideration all magistrate court laws across the country. After listening to both lawyers, Magistrate Abayomi Adeosun decided to step down his ruling on the matter as he would need to read and consider the judgment cited by the prosecutor. The magistrate also directed the senior advocate to step down, pending his ruling. This paved the way for another member of the defense team, Mr. Taiwo Adedeji, to step in and continue the case on behalf of the defendant.
Next was the charge. The original charge was amended, and the new charge was read to the defendant. And thereafter, the application for bail was argued. So, and the ruling adjourned to 28th of December.
Outside the courtroom, it was a war of words between supporters of both parties. The senior advocate for the defendant, who could be seen trying to calm frayed nerves, declined to comment on tape, but said off tape that the atmosphere was toxic and makes justice in the case doubtful. Supporters of both sides freely bared their minds.
Nobody can destabilize the peace of our states. We know they are rented talks. We know they are hired to do this. But no amount of street wailing, no amount of internet attack can make a group of underdogs to subdue the right of our family. All right.
We will respect the position of the case and at the same time present ourselves in the court of law at the next proceedings. But it is expected that this particular case is a bailable offense, especially in the magistrate court, so that we can be given a bail, so that we will not escalate this particular matter unnecessarily.
Meanwhile, the managing partner at Afe Babalola's law firm, Senior Advocate of Nigeria Kehinde Ogunwumiju, has filed a civil suit on behalf of the firm against Farotimi for the alleged defamatory statements in his book. Ogunwumiju asked the court to stop the publication and sale of the book at all physical and online bookstores, pending the hearing and determination of the suit. The firm is also asking the court to order the seizure of copies of the book wherever it may be found. The firm also demanded an apology from Farotimi in 2 national newspapers, as well as damages in the sum of 500 million naira. Shola Shoyeli, Channels Television News.